Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic pick a card reading. Today we're taking a look at what is currently awakening within you. Please take a deep breath, drawing the inhale up your spine to create a clear and open channel. And as you exhale, allow yourself to come into clear knowing which group or groups has your message in it for you today. We have group number 1 on the left with Akashic Records, group number 2 in the center with Calling in Manifestations, and group number 3 on the right with Unconditional Love. As always, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here and let you know that I love you. You are loved. You are beautiful. As always, the timestamps are listed below in the description box, as well as the link to my Etsy shop where you'll be able to find my Follow Your Heart Oracle deck, my Light Codes Oracle deck, the books that I've written, jewelry that I make, and lots of other fun little goodies. As always, thank you so very much for being here, and I will see you at your reading. Namaste. Hi there, Group 1. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today, we are taking a look at what is currently awakening within you, and you selected the first group with the Akashic Records card. The first thing that is awakening within you is divine unconditional love. Now, this, in relation to the Akashic Records, indicates that you are on the other side of a soul contract, a cycle, a pattern, and you may be reintegrating parts of you that you have experienced before on the other side of the lessons, the experiences, those things that you have chosen to walk through blindly, those patterns that you have chosen to break through, those energies you have chosen to deal with. You are now on the other side of these, awakening more core soul memories for you and opening you up to, again, divine unconditional love, connection with all that is, but most importantly, connection with yourself. With the Akashic Records card, we see you, I'm hearing the word finally speaking up about something or to someone or in relation to a particular situation. And this is awakening within you a new sense of power that is not contingent upon anything or anyone else outside of you. It is not contingent on a want, a need, a desire, an experience. It merely, in fact, is. And it is rooted in love. You are awakening significant soul growth, not in a way where your growth had been stunted or there was anything for you to grow into or evolve into that you haven't already been for a long time. And this is what you are awakening into, that you have been acting through your highest self for a very long time. The human thoughts and emotions and experiences that go along with this, the illusion of the conscious and subconscious minds, the illusion of the physical realm, the illusion of the patterns, the cycles. These are areas where you have chosen not to see for any reason. The fact that you're walking through the universe or allowing the universe to work through you. We love to think that we have manifestation control. We love to think that our emotions and our sexual energy and our thoughts are the thing that drives us. And what's awakening within you is the realization that all of these are just ways that we have selected to blind and separate ourselves from the true self. Atman. What is awakening within you, group number 1, is a flood of memories about who you are, what you deserve, how to behave. The fog is clearing for you, if there has been any, and you are allowing yourself to see beyond the areas in which you identify that others have chosen to separate themselves from the truth, inevitably to lead them closer to it. We see people separating from and clinging towards different people, places, situations, experiences, emotions, energies, because it is through union that we desire separation, and it is through separation that we desire union. To each their own, of course, but you are no longer on this journey, and you haven't been for a while. Not only the awareness of this, but the full embodiment and full expression of this are what you are awakening into, group number 1. So, with that being said, let's get into your tarot cards. What is awakening within group number 1? Going to look at the bottom here, Ace of Wands. Spiritual gifts, spiritual awakening, the illusion of spiritual gifts and spiritual awakening. It's right on par with this vibration. Let's see. What is group number 1? Awakening. What is awakening within group number 1? You are eliminating the illusion of hardship. You are eliminating the illusion of transmutation. You are eliminating the illusion of stress. All kinds of stress, anxiety, confusion. You are realizing that these things exist if you allow them to exist. And of course, when it comes to allowing your human vessel, your genuine thoughts, your subconscious beliefs, your human brain, your human emotions to fully get shaken up with these energies, as you release all illusions of separation, you realize that the only card that came out of these 5 is the Ten of Pentacles. This is not spiritual bypassing, and as you are aware by now, this does not exist. We have the Ace of Pentacles at the back of the deck. What's awakening within you is a grand change of the way that you see life, the way that you act within your life, and the way that you encounter other physical beings along your spiritual journey here. There seems to be a grand focus on the self in a way where you are aware that you not only connect to source, connect to divine energies, connect to the universe, but these things work through you. They speak through you. They act through you. Without the conscious and willing placement of separation energies getting in the way. You are aware that you have completed significant cycles in your life. You are aware that you have ascended significantly throughout this life and many others. You are also aware of the fact that you are here to create a large ripple effect. What is awakening within you is true power, the ability to change as within, so without. All merely is. Why separate what never was separated to begin with? You are coming into true understanding and awareness that the more you awaken, the more you separate from your human experience. And the more you separate from your human experience, the more you inevitably come into it. You feel more deeply. Your awareness deepens. Your spiritual gifts and abilities, your physical body's natural senses continue to awaken and sensitize, which is what many call spiritual and psychic gifts and abilities, which of course is valid. It is this illusion of separation that allows for the magic, allows for the mystery. What's awakening within you is lack of separation, lack of mystery, true abundance, true connection, true divinity, and complete memory of all you have been, everywhere you have been, why as well, all you will be if you are choosing to look at time in a linear fashion, You're choosing to look at separate molecules and particles of consciousness as different beings connected to you. And as you awaken to this, what awakens within you is your ability to see, feel, smell, taste, remember, experience everything all of the time. You are aware of the fact that you have allowed yourself to create separation between yourself and some of your natural abilities that if you were to, without thinking, pick one, without thinking, say this is the strongest one, or this is the one that I'm known for, to yourself, not to others, throughout all of the courses of all of your lives. This is one that you have chosen to create separation from, only to find your way back to it. Not only have you found your way back to it, but it is stronger than it has ever been. And all energies that created reason or motive for this illusion of separation have been cleansed, processed, healed, balanced, and released. If you choose to look at energies in this way. Your expression has been changing for a while. As you speak, you channel creation energy, you channel the universe. As you listen, you hear the universe, you hear Creator. When you think about these energies, you are aware that there is nothing high vibrational, low vibrational. There is only the illusion of what you have chosen to place under certain connotations. Because whatever energy you have chosen to separate from is inevitably leading you back to that very thing. What's awakening within you is self-awareness and the ability to step into your full power more fearlessly, aware that there is no part of you that ever needs to go unexpressed, or, consciously or not, that has ever been unexpressed. You're awakening into the fact that you have always been experiencing what you need to experience, what you've chosen to experience, what you want to experience. And you're awakening to the fact that you always pick up on more information than you have been giving yourself credit for. And this illusion of separation has also dissipated. What's awakening within you is realization, understanding, wisdom, and informational knowledge. All energy is Akashic without astral dissolution. What's awakening within you is the understanding and grace behind confusion, and that confusion is nothing other than a chosen separation when your core self already knows the truth. What's awakening within you is the fact that you've never been anything other than your core self. Every choice that you've made has been intentional. Every path that you've walked has been intentional. And much like everything and everyone else, it is all going according to the divine plan. Your plan, the universe's plan. What's awakening within you is divine source consciousness and prosperity in whichever way you have felt separated from. You are stepping into a new chapter of your life, group number one that has always been omnipresent, but is reawakening within you. Follow and trust where you are led. Follow and trust your internal experience. And honor your human thoughts and emotions as the entertainment that they are. Honor them at all times, as you always have and always will. But do not confuse these for anything other than what they are. Final cards, please, for group number 1. What is awakening within group number 1? The illusion of ease and difficulty. It is equalizing. The illusion of lack and abundance. It is equalizing. The illusion of clarity and confusion is equalizing. The illusion that there is anything separate from you. Okay, so we had the Ace of Pentacles wanting to make itself known. We do have a reaffirmation here with the Page of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands. What is awakening within you is the ability to do less. You have put forth a lot of community information, vibration, creation, a lot of creative vibrations, of aware vibrations, awakened vibrations into the universe. You have eased the journey of yourself and other versions of yourself by allowing yourself to release separation. This has created a ripple effect. As you are aware, the universe works through you, and this is merely an awakening. And the more you awaken, the more you will realize that you were never asleep. There seems to be a misunderstanding that will lead you to the light, to the clarity. The way that you know in your heart and the way that you feel in your heart are currently, or have been recently, two separate things. While there was a reason for this, this separation is unifying as well. Allow yourself to act through the universe. Allow the universe to act through you. What's awakening within you is energetic infallibility. Not because you were ever fallible to begin with, and not because you ever had reason to worry about this to begin with, but because this is what's neutralizing in your heart space as well. Your emotions may be intense, but group number 1, you are not your emotions. Your emotions are human entertainment, are human experience, and are not separate any longer. As you notice changes within you and around you, trust in the plan. Allow yourself to remember Do not overthink, overfeel, overanalyze what it is that you've already chosen for yourself and will continue to choose again. Remember that all that you choose is what the universe has already chosen, and what the universe has chosen is exactly what you have and will choose. And the illusion of separation is what makes this easier to process on your way home. Well, group number 1, welcome home. Take it with stride and become a witness. You are beautiful. You are loved. You are intentional. You are powerful. You are. Okay, group number 1. Oh, one more message. What's awakening within you is the ability to bring something back to life as you also release the separation of life and death. Death and rebirth is and is not, light and dark. They asked me to pause for a moment to reduce the numbers of the last 3 cards. We have 9 and 13, and we have 4 and 7, 11. Showed me the water bearer with the star card. They showed me the fountain of youth, the original symbology here. What's awakening within you is hope and possibility, decisiveness, and also the ability to flow with divine will and releasing the separation between those 2 things. So, as miracles may seem to occur around you, as things that you thought were dead come back to life, as certain energies seem to transmute and transform and transcend all around you, this is not because something should have been any way other than it was, but only because what is awakening within you is releasing the illusion of separation. Releasing the illusion that anything is alive or dead, because all is omnipresent. This is where you're asked to look at what your heart knows and what your heart feels. Align yourself with what your heart knows, and you will continue to release confusion. Allow things to get easier. Allow prosperity to come forth. And trust that the universe has, will, and currently does work through you in every step you take. Okay, group 1, that is what's awakening within you. That was a powerful message. That was definitely straight channeled. I hope that this helped shed love, light, and clarity for you. And as always, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. I hope to see you next time. And namaste. Hi, group 2, namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what is currently awakening within you, and you selected the second group with the Calling in Manifestations card. The first message that I'm getting is that you are allowing yourself to enjoy your life a little bit more. You are allowing yourself to take liberty in identifying the things that you like, as opposed to perhaps the things that you think you should like. Allowing yourself to, yes, call in the things that you desire, but also be honest with yourself about what that is. There may be some cause for celebration soon that you are expecting, or for some of you that you might be picking up on energetically, but don't tangibly see coming at all. For some of you, expect a message. What's awakening within you is the knowledge that everything is possible. Everything is connected. Everything does work in perfect timing, and it is always worth doing, whatever it is to you, especially if there's something that has been lingering around in your heart, in your mind, in your consciousness lately. Your spirit team wants you to know at this point in time, group number 2, that some of the things that you feel as though you work really hard for and have not yet seen come to fruition, this can be any type of effort, intention, manifestation, or just anything in general, big or small. What you're awakening within right now is self-love in a way that puts you first. This will reorganize your priorities, and in doing so, this will also reorganize the universe's priorities. Now, you have learned that it honors you to do things that are required of you. You have learned that it honors you to put effort towards the things that you want, that towards the things that you desire, towards the things that you want to manifest. You have learned how to take action when it is important for you to take action. Now it is time that you learn how to take action towards the things that feel right to you in the moment. Things like enjoying yourself. Things like resting when you need rest. Things like prioritizing your physical care, your self-care, your self-love. Things like allowing yourself to stress less, worry less, enjoy more, and allow yourself to be receptive to receiving the answers to the questions that you have. This group is a very passionate group. So when you love something with your whole being. When you desire something, you put your all into it. When you decide to put your mind to something, you make sure that you give it your best effort. What's awakening within you is the same ferocity, but in a manifestation of calmness, in a manifestation of ease, in a manifestation of receiving, and in a manifestation of acknowledging that certain doors were left perhaps creaked open for a reason. There's also a message coming through that you are protected. If you choose to welcome someone in, welcome something in, take a leap of faith, there's something here about all of the fine details working out in your favor. You would know, Group 2. You've been running around, crossing the T's and dotting the I's and making sure all the details are aligned. You have been doing the most. You have been putting in all of your effort. You have been letting the universe know what you want. So, when it comes to not just where you want to be, what you want to do, how you want to succeed, where it is that you're going, here and now, what is awakening within you is, for some of you, decompression. For others of you, rest. For some of you, it is that moment that you fully release and let go, not in a state of, oh, okay, then I don't want this anymore, but from a state of contentment, peace, genuine restfulness. You will notice that you start to welcome in things that you were not sure you would have the opportunity to get around to, or things that you might have seen as luxuries or saving for later or too good to be true or maybe in another life, maybe in another, I'm hearing, what is that word, echelon, maybe in another financial status, maybe in a few years or so. Again, big or small, serious or not, you are being called to put that same effort that you put towards yourself for the future, towards those around you, towards the things that you are dedicated towards, back towards yourself. Not in a way where the version of you that loves you is the one that keeps a clean house. The version of you that loves you is the one that does well at work. The version of you that loves you is the one who makes sure that all of your friends are loved, because that is loving yourself. But what's awakening within you is the version of you that loves you so very much that you take a day off. What's awakening within you is the version of you that loves yourself so very much that you stop and smell the flowers, and you leisurely drink that cup of coffee or tea or hot chocolate next to a fireplace, reading that book, enjoying that face mask. One way to honor yourself, and you've learned this, is to try so very hard to get something down, to master your craft, to get better at your skill, to set yourself up for a better, more stable future, to have a good support system. These things are important, and this is honoring you. What's awakening right now is allowing yourself to calm your nervous system. Allow your manifestations to show up because you are relaxed where you are. You're comfortable with where you are. You are perfect in every way, shape, and form, exactly how you are today, regardless of what your life looks like, regardless of where you live, what you have, whether or not you even have money or how much you might have, whether or not you have friends and family or how much of that you have. Anything at all whatsoever. This is not saying that there's not more to do, more to grow, more to learn, more to unlearn, healing. There's always something that you can find when you decide you're going to devote yourself to something and put effort towards it. Of course, you've learned this, you've mastered this. But what's awakening within you right now is leaving well enough alone. And that doesn't mean that you don't get to ameliorate it. It doesn't mean that you don't get to better the situation. It doesn't mean that you stop going to work or stop putting your best foot forward, but it does mean that you feel content. And with this energy, you're going to notice a lot of things becoming possible for you. Primarily, some of the things that you've been wanting really badly, working really hard towards, restricting from yourself so that you can experience them once you hit perhaps a certain milestone, or you feel a certain way about yourself, or you've convinced yourself or someone else that you're worthy of it for whatever reason. What's awakening within you, group number 2, is calmness, ease, and a lot less pressure. And so you'll notice that a lot of what you have been working towards, when you take your foot off the gas and you put that car in park, you take a deep breath and you enjoy the scenery around you. That's when you realize that you've already made it to your destination, perhaps. Or next time you go to put your car back in drive, you realize that you only have a mile or a couple kilometers to go. You're very close to your destination. Instead of feeling like there's so much more to go and you just have to keep pushing. This is that taking the foot off the gas and letting yourself relax and enjoy and feel content with where you are. And this contentness is awakening within you. It's peace, it's inner beauty, it's self-love in the gentle ways. Some of you may be tapping in with more feminine aspects of yourself, regardless of gender. The softness, the receiving energies, the self-care, So let's see. What is awakening within group number 2? What is awakening within group number 2? Yeah, you work so hard. You are a spider who's been going around weaving this web for a very long time. And you can keep going over and over and over all of the different threads that you've already laid down. And what you're going to realize is that you can continue spinning your web, and you don't by any means need to stop. It can always get bigger. You can always utilize it. But you're going to have this moment where you look back and realize that you built a web. For all intents and purposes, the web building is done. You've already built this web. And Ace of Pentacles says, well, now you can do something with the web. You can add some sparkles to it. You can do what spiders do with their webs, one of the myriad of things. But you can also start a new venture, if you wish. What's awakening within you? I'll put these on the bottom. 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. We do have self-fulfillment coming out in a way that you have yet to have seen, either in your life or something that you have been perhaps hiding from yourself until you finish building your web. You're going to have this minute, the Hierophant and the Sun, where you recognize that the happiest version of you is allowed to exist now. The things you needed to heal from, the perhaps triggers you were experiencing, perhaps the things that you needed to bring to light, or the things that you needed to dive into the darkness for. We have the Moon and the Sun duality here, the Hierophant. You now have an opportunity to start something new. Some of you are going to be realizing that you would like to cast a new web, or that you can do something differently with the web you've already created than what was your original plan. And this will come from within. The Hierophant says that you are sturdy, you are stable, to expect great change in your life, perhaps a commitment, a contract, a partnership, a legal matter. Some of you may be putting that song up on Spotify. For others of you, you might be releasing that podcast. Some of you may be filing your business. Some of you may be entering a relationship. But what's awakening within you is that freshness, that newness, that knowledge that you are protected. Everything is balanced. And if you've been working so much with the earth element, it's time that you flow with water a little bit. And as long as we're flowing, we might as well bridge from water over to air. And while we are in air, might as well travel from air to fire and feel that gust. And so on and so forth. Things keep spinning. And so what's awakening within you is, for a lot of you, material prosperity in the ways that you've been working really hard for. And this seems to be something that you would have told yourself, it comes later. You need to hit a certain milestone. Oh, this will happen, but it will happen later. There must be something that I have to reach first. I will be worthy of X when Y. When I can do this, then I can release that song. When I feel this way, then I can reach out to that person. When I feel the way I want to, and the finances are in order, when everything is okay, then I can rest. Then I can curl up by the fire with my book and take time to myself. These are the things that are coming into your present moment. These are the things that are awakening within you. It is letting yourself be present, be slow, be restful, be ready for newness. Not in a way where the universe hits go and then you have to get up and start running around. That is something that you're closing out. You work very hard and you've built your spider web, but the spider web is also the weaver of dreams. And so there comes a point, after you have created the entire world with which you wish for your video game to be in, that you pick up the controller and begin exploring. There comes that point where you work so hard to build that house that you then get to step into it, and for the first time, sit down in that corner that you made especially for that purpose. And so this is what's awakening within you. It's that decompression, that realizing that something you've been working so hard for a very long time is here now. And it will require you to detach. Not let go, not forget about, not stop working towards perhaps, but detach. You know that rest is just as productive as a hard day of work. There may be some things that you may feel that you need to be in a different place of life to take seriously. Maybe you feel the need to have, this is kind of the theme that comes up with the Eight of Pentacles to the Hierophant. Once I build a web, then I can call myself a spider. Once I have worked so many hours, then I'll be able to go on that trip. Once I feel like I have enough to offer, then I will ask that person on a date. And it's interesting too, because this is less about taking forthright action and more about feeling that newness of the present moment, about calling in your manifestations. So some of you, this might look like detaching so much so that you just text that person anyway. Some of you, this might look like realizing that, you know, maybe you do have a lot more to go for you than you were giving yourself credit for, because you have been working so hard. Maybe you've gotten 3 promotions at your job, and so you kind of had this mentality that, well, next time I get a promotion, when I get a promotion, then I'll be ready to do this. Well, I built the house, and then I laid down the foundation, and then we built the house, and then we painted the house, and we furnished the house, and everything is set, so maybe I should go around and make sure that everything is in order. You're being called to say, no, welcome home. You don't have to run around and get things done all of the time. And this is actually leading you towards a new beginning, a spiritual awakening, and something that is going to make you feel very happy and very fulfilled. What's awakening in you, first and foremost, is this feeling. And from this feeling stems the situation that you perhaps were waiting for to allow you to feel this way. As within, so without. We do have the sun and the moon here. So we see also what's awakening within you is, yes, a sense of balance, a sense of calmness, a sense of duality. Anxieties being calmed, questions being answered. We see here light being shed on the things that you are uncertain of. You've been working really hard. We see that being balanced by maybe some time off. We see silence turning into communication, or we see running around turning into silence. We see this full circle moment of the spider looking back and realizing that it's already built a web. And it's a lot more of a spider than it was giving itself credit for. And that feeling of arriving at your destination, well, you were just in the mentality, I'm driving, let's look at the road, let's stay in the lane, let's make sure we got gas in the car, we're going the speed limit, all of these things. Realizing that you had gotten to your destination. And this is a long-term and restful destination. So what's awakening within you right now, group 2? This is something that looks like self-love, self-care in a tangible, physical way. Letting yourself, it's interesting because it almost indicates taking a risk, but the risk is the thing that the heart wants. The risk is sleeping in. The risk is getting your hair done. The risk is doing your skincare. The risk is going on a date or watching a movie or relaxing or sitting by the fire. And those things aren't very risky. What's risky is a spider flying from place to place to start building a web in the middle of nowhere, trusting that it's going to self-provide until it creates an entire ecosystem. That's risky. So, what's awakening within you is almost like a new day, a new light, a new sense of calmness, a new sense of abundance, a new sense of self-worth, and a new sense of support that is less contingent on the situation or the different variables around you, and all contingent upon yourself. And you'll be able to look back and have the data to back it up too, but that is also not the reason that you are able to have this feeling. And so this purity, this reset button, this light, they're showing me like that fresh day at the end of a horror movie where everything's okay now, minus the trauma, okay, please. But they're showing me like that moment at the end where you know that things go on after that, but like it's okay now, it's over now. Like maybe pick any genre at all. Maybe in a romance movie, the end, you don't know what the married life looks like, but it ended with them getting together and it's beautiful, right? They're showing me these beautiful moments like this. And I'm not saying expect life to be a fairy tale, but I'm also saying that you've been hard on yourself, so it may feel a bit like that. So open up to that energy. Open up to that self-love. I'm feeling rose quartz, I'm feeling Aphrodite, I'm feeling Freya, I'm feeling all of these really beautiful, fluffy, like genuine, gentle energies around you right now. They're showing me rose petals. Beautiful, beautiful things. So, what's awakening within you is self-worth, self-love, abundance, prosperity, rest, decompression, clarity, love, and there also seems to be a new commitment on the horizon in some way, shape, or form that is coming to light. Maybe you had a talk with someone about a business venture in the past, or you showed interest in a person in the past, or whatever this is. This can be anything. You wanted to build that house, but you have not yet fully moved in. There's something like this, where we see that from the inside out blossoms a new beginning. And it's going to be something that reminds you how beautiful life can be when you allow yourself what you want, even if it feels risky. Because it's really a lot riskier to work yourself to the bone for a maybe, and we see that you've succeeded at this anyway, than it is to let yourself rest and receive and allow. So, this is what's awakening within you. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity. Group number 2. As always, I'm sending you all my love, light, and gratitude, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful, magical realm. I love you. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Namaste. Hello there, Group 3. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what is awakening within you, and you selected the third group with the Unconditional Love card. First and foremost, the energy of unconditional love is beautiful all of the time. And it is also, in a very spiritual and vibrational context, very synonymous with gratitude. What's awakening within you is softness, gratitude, also more reasons to be grateful. There is the ending of a cycle that I'm picking up on very strongly. I'm being shown someone who maybe does not internalize their self-worth with what they can do, what they can give, but perhaps someone who genuinely gets very, very happy when they're able to serve and provide for others, when they're able to make someone happy. That is a genuine source of happiness for you. What's awakening within you is allowing yourself to receive this externally and also receive this from yourself, not in a way where you haven't been doing this, but in a way where this becomes a source of your happiness as well. What's awakening within you is the ability to love and be loved, the ability to not only be grateful for the things around you, but allow yourself to want and serve for yourself more. Because as many, many people teach in the spiritual and out of the spiritual community, and is also a truth, two things can be true at once. You can be grateful for what you have and still want better for yourself. And so what's awakening within you is this, I'm hearing Group 3 2.0. This version of you that has done the work. This version of you that has willingly, and perhaps sometimes unwillingly, put yourself through the trenches to discover who you are, what you want, what you desire, what you deserve, who you are, what you love, all of these beautiful things, to look at the things that are beautiful and the things that are oh so sad, the things that hurt, the things that feel amazing, and to put love in all of these spots within. We see this beautiful transmutation, this beautiful recycling, this beautiful alchemization of the energies within you. And what's awakening within you is this big burst of energy coming out from the heart center. Unconditional love. To say that unconditional love is what's awakening from within may imply that it hasn't been there. And this is just not the case, Group 3, not with your energy specifically today. But what I'm hearing is a phrase that I use all the time, and that is unconditional love does not constitute unconditional boundaries. And so, you can love someone unconditionally and watch them walk all over you and still give them love. But you can love yourself enough to set a soft boundary, set a firm boundary, set a non-negotiable boundary, because we are meant to identify where energetically or maybe mentally, verbally, in any way, shape, or form, we are perhaps bumping into each other a little bit. We are meshing with each other meshing in with one another a little bit. And both of these energies are magnetic, they're electric. Sometimes there's friction, sometimes there's magnetization between two energies. What this is finding that soft line and allowing there to be neither push nor pull. That unconditional love that respects your boundaries, that finds its safe place, that is grateful for where it is, and is ready for better. The energy here, what's awakening within you, Group 3, it really, really feels like you have done the work. You know, maybe you have a manifestation you're trying to draw in. Maybe there's a vibration you'd like to attune to. Maybe there's a way you'd like to feel or a way you want your life to look. Whatever your current goals are, it can be spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, physically, however this vibes out for you. What's awakening within you is the version of you that experiences these things in your real everyday life. We see here someone who set the intention and the universe says, okay, now we will help you turn into the person that experiences this. And we see you walking through the trenches. We see you walking through the wounds. We see you experiencing the opposite of what you asked for. We see you experiencing what you asked for, but in a way that is asking for unconditional boundaries with the unconditional love. We see all of the conditions. We see you working through these things. And now being on the other side of it, And you may be still feeling like there are a couple little loose ends to work through, or you might be feeling like you are on the other side of processing some of these energies and kind of like, well, now what? Am I just supposed to step into my dream life? Am I just supposed to start getting my stuff together now? Is it really just that easy? Looking around like, what else is going to happen? And what's awakening within you is this clarity, this like sureness, and this energy of unconditional love that really almost neutralizes everything within and around you in a way where there is no question in your mind that what's occurring outside of you is for you, especially since you have been going through the trenches perhaps, or doing the shadow work, or really kind of excavating all those old energies and things that may come up within. So what's awakening within you is this, like they said, or like your spirit guide said in my ear, Group 3 2.0. There's this energy of perhaps some of you have been wanting to step into a particular vibration or reach a certain goal or manifestation, and the universe says yes. And so this is the person that you are acclimating to, right? This is the energy you have to work through. This is the energies you have to learn. These are the struggles you have to go through. Here's the work you have to put in. Things like this, coming back around to not just having unconditional boundaries, not just making sacrifices, not just giving to others because that makes you happy genuinely. Not only this, but also now having the time and the space to awaken from within, the space for you, the space to say, oh, we're on the other side of this now. Oh, we have the space, we have the time, we have the energy, we have the bandwidth. Things are easier now, or they are more respectful of your boundaries now, or they are more unconditionally loving now, or they're more reciprocal now. Because you have now aligned with the energies that you have been trying to align with. And so when you think about, I often like to use a visualization just to help people understand the energy when it comes to sometimes spiritual growth and evolution, sometimes trying to open up a spiritual gift, sometimes trying to reach a manifestation. We have visualization exercises that we'll sometimes put into the future, right? And so I'll use like the analogy of a fishing line. You'll kind of anchor your hook somewhere, and then you'll kind of reel yourself closer and closer. And kind of as we create a little wake through the water or create little ripples on the way there, we can see that as almost creating a recycling energy or a pattern to pull us there. Now, it is important to have a here and now mindset, and this is kind of just one way of visualizing. It's not, fact. It's not the only way to look at this by any means, but it is one way of eliminating to be here and now and eliminate the distance between where you are and where you're going, to kind of alchemize that energy, to close the gap there. And so what we see is you having closed the gap and feeling that vibration of the energy you're trying to grow into, or the energy you wanted to release, or the thing you wanted to heal, that manifestation you wanted, and tapping in with that vibration, looking at the internal work and feeling like it's not as far away anymore. Feeling like you have already embodied that. So when you're trying to embody something that's already authentic and natural to you, now we have this awakening from within, from the heart space, from unconditional love and gratitude. I'm grateful that I've arrived. I'm unconditionally loving. I'm grateful for what I have. And yes, of course, you can always want better, but you're grateful for what you have, and you do have better. And maybe you're in that place where you're able to provide better for yourself, you're able to receive better for yourself, and you're kind of in that moment where that is still awakening, that is still emerging from within. And that's beautiful. This is that moment where you want to, yes, look at all the reasons why you're grateful, look at all the work that you've done, be proud of yourself, but no longer look towards the past and no longer look towards the future, but look at the present moment and genuinely see where you are. Because this is at the end of the transformation, when you realize that you're a butterfly, so to speak. Good girl, Brandy. We love a hydrated queen. If you have water near you, take a sip, please. And so there's this energy of now that you've gotten there, now you can explore what that world looks like. now you can receive those energies that you were trying to align with, attune to. Now you are clear of that energy you've been trying to work through. So now what? Well, you know what? You've been visualizing it for days, weeks, months, years. And it's this place of unconditional love. And this is awakening from within you. So, the Empress, of course. So group number 3, or group 3 2.0, I guess, is your unofficial new name. Love you. What is awakening within you, group number 3? It's so funny what I'm hearing. I got the power. I forgot that song existed. Okay. Group number 3. What is awakening from within for group number 3? I'm hearing I can't help falling in love with you, which is really interesting. Okay, we have 5 of Cups. Maybe this is you with your life. Maybe this is you with your home. Maybe it's you with your job, or you with yourself, right? This is like treating yourself like you are in love with yourself, not in like an arrogant way, but in a unconditionally loving way, not in a boundaryless way, but in an unconditionally loving way, in a way that is neither meshing nor is it bumping. It merely coexists with that healthy line there where it's not two things merging together any longer, but these two things touch almost where you can't tell where one starts and the other ends, but they're not needing to mix themselves together any longer. So with the 5 of Cups, we have this releasal of this energy, this expression. We have this energy from the heart chakra wanting to be expressed, and maybe we have you expressing from, say, your crown chakra, from your solar plexus. Maybe we have you expressing from your art, from your creativity, from your spiritual self, and we have these energies from your heart wanting to be expressed. The 5 of Cups, something you want to let out. And I'm hearing wise men say, only fools rush in. But they were really honing in on the wise men say, which is interesting. Hey, I'm recording this on Christmas. But with the Temperance card here, we do have 14, which is another 5, 55. Expect grand change in your life. The kind that you've been guided towards, the kind that you were, I'm hearing, promised when you started going down this rabbit hole or something like this. There is this energy. What's awakening within group number 3, please? Of allowing yourself to express the newness of you in every moment. Express the newness of you in every moment. The King of Cups. Interesting. We have another 14, 5 coming out here. You may be seeing 5, 55, 14, 14. Look at this. We have 5, 5, 5. This rarely happens in readings. Okay, especially with the same deck. This deck is unique because notice that the face cards have numbers on them as well. What's awakening within number 3? Some of you have a surprise around the corner, and this can be with love. It can also be with they're showing me love, they're showing me luxury, they're showing me like being courted, but this doesn't have to be from a person. This can also be from the universe. It can be from your life. It can be because it's the energy of something making it known that you are worthy, you are desired, something can happen for you. It's like the universe as a whole. It doesn't have to be a person. Gender is not relevant here. Okay, I'm not talking about gender roles or anything like this. I'm not even talking about romance, although this can be the case for some of you. We're talking about the vibration awakening within you. This is the vibration of the universe opens the door for you before you get in the car. The universe takes care of the check when you pay for your groceries or you sit down for a nice meal. And so this might look like things like grand change in your life when it comes to something like maybe you get an unexpected bonus right after you pay for your groceries, and it seems to be the universe reimbursing you for your groceries, plus, buy yourself a little something nice. This can be the universe sending you in someone. It can be sending you in a new job offer, but this is not about what's coming in towards you. It's about what's awakening from within. And what's awakening from within for you, we see this blossoming of the throat chakra, and they're also showing me a Merkaba as well. There's something here about your ability to change, your ability to transform, your ability to travel for some of you. Your definition of unconditional love, it's no longer in the trenches, although it exists there too. But it also exists high in the sky and you get to experience that as well too. So there's kind of this energy of you maintaining the vibration of unconditional love and gratitude, but using it to climb your way up and through the muck. Two of Pentacles. Trying to make the decision that exists through love, not the one that exists through... Two is sacral, so not the sacral energy, not the one that's like, well, this feels really good right now, or this is like following my emotions. It's the higher version, the higher energy. They say the highest vibrational energy, we have unconditional love and gratitude, but it's is. The highest state of consciousness is be. I am. To be. Everything is. And then from is, you can create. And then we have sexuality. And so there's a lot of, oh, well, if you can just, use it in your sexuality, or you can use it in your art, then that has to be the same thing. But that's the two that goes behind the one. That is the omnipresent energy here. So we have, for some of you, maybe this realization that's awakening within you. Maybe some of you have been overindulging, and this is what you're going to be pulling back. Maybe others of you have been restricting, and this is what you'll be opening up. But that's not the point. That's not the primary focus. And either way, that is the point. What's awakening within you is this ability to be able to make more sovereign choices for yourself when it comes to your faith, and not just what, should, would, could, because we don't believe in those. And everyone's path is individual. Everyone's path is intentional. Everyone does what is the best for themselves, not just what feels best, but what is most conducive to growth. And sometimes it is doing what feels best. Sometimes it's learning unconditional love with conditional boundaries, not because it's fun, not because we don't have to learn unconditional boundaries or conditional boundaries. Oftentimes, really kind people will be magnetized towards people who aren't very kind. Givers will be magnetized towards takers and things like this. And this is not to say that that is fun or healthy or intentional. It is merely to say that it is conducive to growth, to help remind you of what it looked like in the trenches, and also that you're no longer there. And so now, what's awakening within you is the ability to choose, because you see the truth, you have the clarity, you know what red flags look like for some of you. For others of you, you're learning to express yourself because you finally have a safe space. Ace of Swords, I don't usually get this interpretation, but it's kind of also giving freedom. The Ace of Swords with the Five of Cups and Temperance, it's really giving freedom. Like air sign, good old-fashioned air sign freedom, or fire sign for some of you, depending. Kind of have that Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces kind of energy, that last quadrant of the zodiac wheel coming out. So this was definitely the closing out of a cycle, 555. But it's 555 manifesting as choosing your truth. 555 manifesting as being led to your own wish fulfillment, but doing it on your own, and that's seen and valued too. 555 manifesting as forward movement and honoring thyself, finding the light within, or finding balance within, finding truth within, finding, sometimes for some of you, shadow, finding the gunk, finding the wound, finding the light, finding the healing within, doing the work. The Chariot does often actually have to do with your senses, and the Hermit can also have to do with introspection as well. And so having this with the King of Cups, this is allowing yourself to select using not just your five senses, but beyond this, perhaps visualization techniques, perhaps manifestation techniques. But what's awakening within you is the knowing that you can give unconditional love and you can also receive unconditional love. And it's not necessarily about giving and receiving transactional energy. This is unconditional love just is. Energies that serve you just are. You healing just is. You knowing, expressing, being truth just is. Your integrity, your sovereignty, your love, your boundaries, your desires just are. And so, with this, we have this awakening from, we have the energy of the heart chakra and the energy of the throat chakra really, really coming into play here. And it kind of tuning back up to that crown chakra as well. So we do, with the Ace of Swords, we have like this spiritual awakening in rational, like practicum, which is very fascinating. So some of you, maybe you are a master manifester. Maybe you like, maybe you can do shadow work like nobody's business. Maybe you are super psychic to the point where you're like, I don't even know what to do with all of this. Are you kidding? Whatever this is. And this is not to say, like, this is not on a linear scale at all. These are just energies that can indicate we have heart, throat, crown, awakening, but we have this very, very, like, rational intuitive energy coming through. So it's practicum, rationality, knowledge behind wisdom. I mean, wisdom is, knowledge is as well, but it's a little more tit for tat. It's a little more, numbers help us understand one of the systems that we use to create a linear understanding, because that helps. And now our entire universe is based on one system of math that was created because it could be found, but it is not the only system that exists out there. That's a big concept, okay? You can look into it. You don't have to as well. But it's kind of this understanding that everything is, everything isn't. This unconditional love, in ways, can be conditional love. And I'm not saying that when you look at someone who's treating you conditionally, when you're a giver that's magnetized towards takers, I'm not saying that's fair. I'm not saying that's fun. But what we're saying here is that that is what you need to reawaken that within yourself. And we're looking at someone who's awakening from within them, having learned this being on the other side. You having done the work, you having not only done the work, but stepped out of that, grown into the vibration that you wanted to embody, and looking around like, wait, are you sure? Are you sure I can just go do that? Are you sure I can just look like that? Are you sure I can just go to that place and do the thing? And really? The universe is saying, yes, it's go time, because it's coming from within. Because it's not coming from someone else's 1, 2, 3 list. It's coming from your own internal sovereignty. It's coming from your own memory. It's coming from your own rationality. This is the decision to make the next practical step for you. And this next practical step for you, it's like letting the universe bend over backwards to serve you. Letting the universe magically open the door for you before you get into the car. Letting yourself be like a passenger princess to the universe, and knowing that all is good. That's okay. That's normal. And this can be through divine intervention. It can be through, it's because you embody this vibration within. It's almost this energy of, it's like, I don't love like elitism. Like I don't like elitism. I don't like when people are like, I'm the chosen one or whatever. And that's part of the journey, right? I think that's beautiful and intentional, just like everything else. But there's this energy where you look inside and you see like this beautiful, sparkly, like, pick your favorite crystal, right? Or something that's very rare, like a precious gemstone, or something that you see as like, oh, like maybe luxurious or very elitist or something like this. Not in a way that's hierarchical, but something that you look at and you go, ah, wow, it's so shiny, it's so beautiful, it's so idealized. You have grown into that energy. And so there's kind of this looking around. What's awakening from within is the universe treating you like this in return, but also this question of, so where do we go from here? And the answer being, well, you already know. It's what you have been working for. It's what you have desired. It's what you restricted yourself so you could someday experience, or it's what you experienced so much of so that when you pulled back, you could see what you really wanted. So that when you express yourself, when you express your emotions, what you express, it's clean and clear. It's not a trauma dump. Not that there's anything bad with that, right? We need therapy, we go to therapy, right? We need a friend, we have our friends. We need a support system, right? These things exist for a reason. But it's saying that you've done the internal work, right? You really, really, really want to buy that Dior bag. Well, you have that money in your bank account that you can literally spend. But you look around like, oh, I'm not used to that. Is that okay? So what's awakening within you is, yeah. You know, you've been obsessed with corgis your whole life. Now you have a house. Now you have extra room. Now you have a dog leash, a collar. You have everything that you could possibly ever want. You have the time, you have the space, you have the finances, you have the energy. So you know what the next step is. And it doesn't have to be with a material thing either. It can also be with your spiritual gifts. It can be with your business. It can be with your family, with your relationships. It can be with just your energy in general. It's like this luminescence, this brilliance. I love the word brilliance, especially for this group, because it means how bright something is, as well as how intelligent something is. We see that you've learned so much, and it's just permeating from within you. We see that you've grown so much, and it's permeating from within you. And we see this beautiful light that does not ignore its shadows. We see this beautiful light not in spite of its shadows, but we see this beautiful light that exists because of its shadows, that chooses to be beautiful and embody beauty, that's not afraid to go within and be the hermit, that's not afraid to look at what you desire and let the universe take you there, even if you don't necessarily get it. That's not afraid to let the universe hold the door open for you and be like, is this a prank? Where's Ashton? This is you choosing to speak your truth. Now, we have traditionally in tarot, okay, we have past, present, future. We have in the past you making the decision to speak up about your truth against all odds, against some sort of force, because of your faith. Having your faith in your truth, having faith in the truth, having faith that faith is the truth, whatever. Unconditional love is the truth for some of you. This can be manifest as situations in your life. This can be manifest as an energy from within. Take it as it resonates. In the present moment, we have you having been led to where you wanted to go and identifying the fact that you're there now and that there's still something left to experience, and you know it's going to be better because 9 of Cups goes to 10 of Cups, and you have angel spirits, guides, you have brilliant energies all around you and coming out from within. So awakening from within is this knowing that it's only getting better and that you've come so far, that you're being guided towards even more, and that there's a great change that's occurring. And in the future, we see the universe helping propel you forward towards greater love, greater spirituality, greater success, greater introspection, greater self-love, greater understanding of what it is that you desire, what it is that you deserve, who it is that you are, and this growing as well. We see the versions of you that you idealized growing into someday, you realizing that, oh, you're the person now that gets this. You're the person that, not because like, gimme, not that energy at all. Because we see that you've grown into this person. You've done the work. All of those fears, all of those second guessing, all of those doubts, all of those words that were in your mind that belonged to somebody else, all of those intrusive thoughts, all of those past traumas, all of those past lives, all of that inner child pain. You've gone through the trenches. This is the group who is reemerging as new. And you can show up into the environment of the people who put you in a box, and it will be clear as day that you don't fit in that box. I'm hearing like, I have arrived. I'm hearing jalige, but where you've arrived, it is something that is a construction of your angel spirits, guides, ancestors, your manifestations, your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, except you're walking through the door and you maybe have this moment of, didn't I paint this myself? Haven't I been shown this whole time? Hasn't this been on my vision board? This moment. But not because you create a vision board and then you say, I'm going to do everything that I possibly can in order to get that car. I'm going to do everything that I possibly can in order to develop my spiritual gifts. I'm going to do everything I possibly can in order to, just insert a goal. Mind, body, spirit, right? Like a goal post or kind of this marker. I don't love goal-oriented thinking, although I think it can be healthy productivity-wise. But I do like to see them as little sticky notes. Say you have a book you really want to read, and you put little sticky notes intermittently through as reminders to reflect on everything that you've learned up until that point. They're kind of like little reminders. You get to this vision board moment. I've arrived. I'm here. I'm this version of me. And something has already happened. Something is about to occur, and you also know that you're being guided further. You also know that there's some shifts occurring. You also know that you are not there, and you're being given tips and hints and clues and information, and you know that there's only up to go from here. You know that the universe is going to passenger princess you from 9 to 10, and that you deserve it because, one, you've done the excavation work to grow into that, but also because you walked yourself. You walked your gosh darn self with, angel spirits, guides, ancestors, but you did the work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now you're at 9. So now when you get to 10, and that 10 turns into what kind of 9? The hermit. That that comes from within. That came from within you. You're the one that did that. No one else. Not the universe just put this beautiful thing in your life with like the savior energy so that you can just learn that that's how you deserve, because nope. You did the work. You put your one foot in front of the other and then you got there. But you also know that there's one more step to go, but that you did it yourself. And so we have the universe. They just keep hearing like passenger princess you. And this is not, again, please don't assign this to gender, especially not gender roles. Okay, you do you, and that is what I firmly believe in. You do you, okay? But we have this moving forward, this awakening from within you. Even here, see on this Chariot card, the awakening from the heart. Look at this. Look at this. The synchronicities here. Anahata, this heart awakening. This understanding that duality exists within you, and that when you take the light and you use that light to honor the shadow, and when you look at the shadow and you use that to honor the light, and you still always know where to find your way to one or the other, through one or the other, and back to center. We have this heart awakening where the universe kind of gives you a little gold star for allowing yourself to grow and evolve. It's like saying that you really want to grow your hair, for example, down to, I don't know, a certain point. And every single day, maybe you don't see that much growth, but you're doing all that you can. You're doing the oils, you're doing the serum, you're doing the hair masks, you're doing whatever it is that you do, right? And then one day you kind of just look in the mirror and you go, oh, my hair is there. Actually, it's a little bit past that. This is kind of the moment that you realize how far you've really come. But it's not because you didn't do the work, because you can remember the hours and hours and hours of training your hair, scrubbing your hair, doing masks on your hair, doing things that accidentally were really unhealthy for your hair, only to figure out what your hair specifically likes, right? The hours of staying up late and learning all about it. Now, I'm not some like hair guru, and this has nothing to do with hair, but it's just the analogy that they're showing me. Looking back and saying, yeah, no, I did that, and I know what worked because I figured out what worked for me, and then I put one foot in front of the other, and it's trackable, and it's beautiful, and now you walk down the street, and you're feeling like you have the hair that you always wanted. And you're walking down the street, and someone goes, you have beautiful hair. And then the universe gifts you maybe like a nice little bow to put in your hair, or a nice little serum to use on your hair, or a beautiful like clip that is all sparkly and draws attention to your hair. And it's the little things. It really is. Because you did the work on the big thing, the thing that takes every single day to do, the shadow work that took you lifetimes to accomplish, all of these things. So what's awakening within you is like this new version of you that honors that old truth, but it's evolved into love. And it's not even an old truth. It is the truth that you didn't get to express. But as you do, we have this rationality about what to do with everything that you've learned up until this point, seeing how far you've come and realizing that now you know exactly what to do. You're no longer on autopilot doing like the skincare, the hair care, the financial, the budgeting, or whatever it is, right? Meditating, insert area of life, right? That one's on you. But we see that now it's no longer redundant. It no longer needs to be habitual, although it can be, but there's understanding, knowing what works, but you're not on autopilot anymore. Now you have the system in place. Now you get to create on top of it. They're showing me somebody that I know who's an artist for sacred geometry, and they would always draw like a grid first. It would take them hours just to make the grid on top, so that they could then perfectly do the seed of life. And then from the seed of life, they'd make the flower of life. And from the flower of life, they would just literally unfold all of the geometry until whatever they actually intended to draw made itself known through that. And so which is so cool. And so what I'm seeing here is you went through and laid down your grid. You found your foundation. And now the thing that you actually wanted, it's evolving on its own. And it's coming from within you. It's coming from those hours and hours of hard work, those sleepless nights, from doing all the hair masks and making your hair look oily for like 3 weeks straight. And you know what? It's just going to be what it is, because maybe just whatever, right? Meditating. But now you know what to do. You're not on autopilot. You don't feel like a little robot. And it's just unconditional love that's coming from within. And it's this beauty that the universe is propelling you forward and like passenger princessing you a little bit. And you know that you deserve it. You know that you've worked hard for it, and it's comfortable because you've already blossomed here. So that is what's awakening from within you, group number 3. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation and current energy, first and foremost. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful, magical realm. As always, I'm sending you all my love, light, and gratitude, and I hope to see you next time. Namaste.